Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Gopherwatch League Week 5. Today we have an exciting match here between the Plymouth PMAs and the Tacos. I'm not even going to try it, Frobble. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm the play-by-caster Booty, and joined alongside today is Frobble. And I mean, you said it first, man, when you hopped into this voice channel. You're excited for this game.
Yeah, we have two teams with two new players on each of these teams. The PMAs with Aqua, not too sure how to pronounce
It
that,
is a cool, I'm
and
pretty sure.
is Akua. Okay, it's Akua, and Lampshade for the Tacos. That it was just acquired in a trade recently. Sky is gone from the Tacos, so I'm interested to see what Macro has planned because I know that trade was kind of turning a few heads, confusing some people maybe, but hey, the man has a plan from what I've heard, so I'm very excited to see what happens. And same with the PMAs. Aqua is a high or Akua, sorry, is a high SR player, but you just got to find out what kind of comp you can run with him in. Um, I mean, they already have so many high SR players to begin with, so it's just going to be a little complicated to make those work.
We actually are going to be seeing Akua start off here, looks like on the main tank role. We have Invictus actually playing his main role, hit scan DPS. That should be exciting.
I think this is his hits or his DPS debut this season, right?
Yeah, he's been
Oh,
playing he's been playing the main tank role the whole week or the whole year. The Reinhardt and the Winston, the ball, it does pound sadly, but it hasn't found too much success. They did get one win in week 1 against the Djibouti Shorts in a exciting 6 mapper actually. It's kind of bummed I wasn't able to cast that one. I don't think anybody did think that was just a non-stream game. That would be pretty exciting to watch. We are still waiting here for the Tacos to get their full lineup in. But we can do a quick talk about the PMAs. Crack is taking on that off tank role. Marty's going to be on that support with Flomdog. I believe this is Flomdog's debut as well. I haven't seen him play much this season.
yeah, I think maybe he's played every now and then, but I don't think he's been a starter so far. So very interesting to see. Maybe just to make the SRs fit because they do have Akua and I think Flondog is their lowest SR player. The classic SR sync, gotta love to see it. And Victus Maple DPS line, that's pretty good too. I mean, this is this looks like it could be a well-rounded team. Just depends on how Akua can play on that main tank role. I don't believe that they have much playtime on it, but I don't know. Maybe they can come out and get some fat shatters or primals, depending on what tank they play.
And I want to point out something. The PMAs are down their first round selection. They're down their MVP so far this season. They are down Crim. So I'm guessing that's why Invictus can slide into this hit scan role and not have to worry a problem with SR wise perhaps. But yeah, being down Crim, but if you're gonna find a replacement, Invictus ain't too bad of a one. I do say so myself. We finally have the Tacos lineup as well. Macro's gonna be on the off tank role with Goku swapping over to probably that main support. You know that DPS, the Reddit Lucio, or perhaps some Zenyatta coming out for him today. I mean, I'm excited to see it because that is Goku's main role. That is what he's known for in the UMN spectrum on the Pizza Pirates especially.
Yeah, this is an interesting roster coming out from the Tacos. I don't know what the plan is. I don't believe we've seen Macro on tank this season. I know we saw his DPS in the last match that the Tacos did play, but yeah, I don't know. I'm very excited to see how both these comps pan out for these two teams because these are completely new comps from both of them, and I don't know. It looks like it could be a mess, or it could be maybe the greatest thing that I've ever seen in my life. Uh,
Yeah, the PMAs are looking to get that season back on track, while the Tacos they're on a hot streak right now. They've won, I believe, 2 in a row, or maybe they've won 1 in a row. I'm not quite sure yet, but they're on the up and up, especially after these last couple of free agent signings. But it looks like both teams are. So we are going to be heading into the game. The first map, of course, starting map is going to be Ilios, and this is where it plays pretty heavily, I'd say, into the Tacos' favor, especially with Goku on that Lucio perhaps and Roar in the Winston.
yes, I'm gonna have to agree with you here. And I mean, you did bring it up too. That Ikram is gone, and I don't know. That's gonna be very interesting to see because a lot of the PMA's comps feel like they did plan around Ikram, and I'm not too sure. As the comps come out here, we do have I would probably again favor the tacos with this comp here, with just that classic like 6-man rush slash dive, like 6-man weird Moira Lucio type deal on this map especially. That's just that should be able to roll over the rest of the PMA or the PMAs that are not the tank line. So yeah, very excited to see how this one pans out.
It's just can Akua get that difference in, because a good D.Va player can probably shut down both Lampshade and Shadow Bluji on this map, and let Invictus go crazy on this hit scan. Of course, finally back onto his main role. Everybody who knows Gopherwatch is excited to see him back on this right now. But looks, both teams are going to start engaging here at the cages. Trying to take a little bit of space here, but Lampshade gets dinked right away from Invictus. As Goku's in the backline right now, just skirting around, falls low. They get Roar, but Mabel's straight out immediately. So 1-for-1, but never mind here. Invictus finds Goku again, but just maybe managed to get it with the life there. This absolute Reddit frog is going nuts on the point right now. But it looks like an early flip might come here in favor of the Tacos. And yes, despite losing 2, they get the point here. And now Goku can stall for days. And Roar comes back, gets the kill on a Kraken. So Monkey's got him. Flumdog into the pit! Goku showing up on this Lucio. And Marty's doing his best to stay alive. But the point is still in favor of Tacos. And they're probably going to reset here for the PMAs.
I mean, yeah, that was a very interesting early fight there. Marty got a very nice nade on both of the Tacos tanks, and they were able to kill Lure off that nade. But after that, it seemed like the rest of the PMAs just kind of split apart. Didn't really play as a real dive team, and they just couldn't secure any more kills. And the Tacos were just able to come back and win that fight.
Invictus does find Lampshade here, so the Reaper's out of the fight. Now Kraken has a lot more space to work with, but Macro will have that bomb to engage here. The Primal invested here for Kraken, tries to knock someone off the map, wasn't going to get anything. Here comes out High Noon from Invictus. But it's going to be eaten up by Macro, can't get anything done with that one, but does get the mech very low for Macro, has that bomb out. Will it get anything? It doesn't look like it, no. Will it get the remech? Just barely doesn't die there. Cool gets the remech instead. Right on top of the Roar's head, but Shadow Bluja has a High Noon, but gets taken out by Invictus. I'm jumping all around the spectator, and everybody's dying. But Kuku's still on the point. This absolute Riddick frog can perhaps bring back in favor of the Tacos, but as of right now, you got to favor the PMAs. People try and track down the frog as Lampshade has returned to the fight here, but Invictus takes him down. And they're trying to find Goku, he's just running around. They hear him, they hear the little goots. But they can't kill him, and Roar's back to the Primal Rage. The stall is huge coming off the top, and they find Marty as well. Roar is here with a Primal. Kills Maple, might get Flumdog here as well. Yes, he does, Roar! Coming up huge on that Winston. And it looks like they've stabilized here. Taco's got it.
Yeah, Roar on that Winston, and Goku with so many good boops, putting members of the PMAs into some awkward positions, and the rest of the Tacos doing an amazing job of following up when Goku ends up putting those players out of position. It's just very fantastic teamwork.
Yes, he does, Roar! Oh my, not very good there, but they just finds Lampshade again early in this fight, has that High Noon press to re-engage, but Goku has the beat and Transplex, has that Coalescence, so much healing to be put out here for the Tacos. And Macro has that bomb there as well, and yes, it looks to be inevitable here that we are going to have a cap in favor of the Tacos. And pretty big plays coming out from everybody there on Tacos. No real standard forwards, but the stall is huge in a couple of those fights to keep the point in favor of the Tacos.
Yeah, I mean, the Tacos are just playing much more like a team right now from what I've seen. They're just able to isolate members of the PMAs and easily dive on them. They're doing an amazing job with that. And, I mean, again, like just the CC coming out on the side of the Tacos with Goku and the boops, and then when Rory puts out that Primal as well, they're just able to really get one player and just kill him. It's the perfect execution of that composition. And I don't know, the PMAs are gonna have to start playing together more if they want any shot of winning here.
Yeah, if they want any shot at winning, just like you said, they gotta pick something up here. And Goku on that Zenya doesn't make me feel any better, because he is known as a fragger on this character. But they probably more standard Broly style comes in here, Kraken on that Reinhardt. Marty gonna be pumping the heals into, but Roar is out on that Wrecking Ball. If you play in Pugs, you know the absolute monster that Roar can be on this Wrecking Ball, but gets caught out here and taken out very low. Roar, okay, it's booked too soon. Gets sought out there by Invictus and Maple, both taking him down. That's a really good start here for the PMAs as they look to take this fight. Another dink there on the Macro. Macro's neck flying very low. It gets the anti-nade. And it looks like the PMAs that got this point here as they start to rotate their capture.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the fight's over yet. The PMA is kind of just giving some free kills here.
It's not as Goku's return and taking the volleys on the side, and by Shadow Bluji though, but Goku's, Invictus though finds 2! and the mech to deal with it. But they're not done just yet. Somehow Macro and Roar have come back. But are they going to flip the point back? Okay, no, it doesn't look like they finally get the point to flip. Yep, they realize they got to flip it to actually win the game. So good for them.
Yeah, Roar just snuck into that backline and got two very, very easy kills. Amazing work on him, or by him on that ball, and was just able to help Macro clean up the rest on the point. Even though Invictus did almost make that hero play there, and win that fight almost single-handedly.
The slam comes in, but Shadow Boots already fallen into the hands of the Peacekeeper of Invictus, and the Anthony from Marty is in the backline as well, pumping out the heals, putting in the damage as well. But Roar has sought out his Ana and just sitting on him. Marty can't do anything right now, has to just stay alive, and Victor returns for the peel! And there you go, well executed kill on the Roar there, takes down that ball in the fight, and it looks like the PMAs aren't going to be able to capture this. Bar another miracle, you know, we saw them flip a unwinnable fight before, but I think it's going to happen this time as the brawl comes to the point.
Invictus doing an amazing job here on that Kree, and like I said, he just keeps getting kills, kill after kill, doing a very fantastic job of helping his team out here. Has a ton of damage, by far the most in the lobby as well. Oh, that's unfortunate though.
Yeah, Lampshade does find the dink, the lumberjack, chucks the log down main and finds Invictus. A good start to this fight. But the transcends there from Goku will look to engage here. Plays pretty slow right now as the PM or the Tacos, probably waiting for Roar to gain position for a big slam, but Maple is ready to pop this pump. A big slam! Knocked down two, and the buffer Akua off the map! What the heck happened there? I think got caught while I checked the bomb out, got talked about the map out. Macro finds a kill. Going back for a fight right now, but Kraken pulled so low on the point as Goku forces that Transcendence and takes the point positioning. And you're gonna Akua. Very unfortunate timing there on that death.
It really was. The plan was pretty solid, just to use the bomb and the shatter, but the only thing it ended up really actually killing was Akua himself. So just very unfortunate for the PMAs, and you're gonna wanna replay that one and try for it again, because now the Tacos have all their ults and you're left with nothing. This is looking pretty grim for the PMAs.
Roar gets a big switting, and the minefield is there, puts in so much damage, and there's nothing they can really do about that one. Marty does end up finding the sleep, but at the same time, he gets sent out the map. That's a big play from Roar there to keep that point in the team's favor.
I mean, if you want to look on the bright side for the PMAs, you did just force, I think, like 3, maybe 4 ults out that fight. And the Tacos really aren't going to be able to use any ults this fight except for High Noon. So, I mean, I guess you don't have any ults either if you're the PMAs, though. So, that's very unfortunate. This is just going to be a neutral fight with that High Noon here.
Comes out High Noon from Shadow Blue, but just getting around the corner is Kraken and Maple fights the kill. So a good start here for the Taco Lampshade. Okay. Gets that flick shot onto the Tracer, and now Goku. Oh, but Akua is there on the point. Very high charge, just melting down the opposition. Putting in so much work. And there you have it, no bubble composition comes out. And they take the point right back at 70%. Last fight territory, and no ults for anybody except Goku and Marty with the ultimates here.
I mean, yeah, we see Akua swap onto that Zarya, and given that Akua is a DPS player, and Zarya is basically a DPS tank just with those bubbles, I mean, we expect a good performance, and we just saw it there. Akua getting like 4 kills that fight and building up so much charge.
Oh, what a stun from Transflect! Stops that stick from Maple's gonna hit it! But the stun allows Macro to get the DM back. That's a huge play! Actually, might be map winning here as Akua finds Lampshade, but I don't think it's gonna be enough as Marty returns a Desperation little flat, or Desperation Nano Boost on the Maple, but they cannot touch! And, wow. I mean, Transflect might have won that map for the Tacos right there, that huge stun on the Maple.
I gotta agree with you on that one. Transflect doing an amazing job. I mean, really everyone on the Tacos just doing a fantastic job. That entire map, there really isn't such a standout player. They're playing so cohesive and like a really good team. We have seen, just to bring him up because Lampshade is the new guy, he has been performing pretty well. He has been getting picks every now and then on that Hanzo character. Man, Invictus really did try to do his best to pull his team up by the bootstraps there. Oh, the guy was doing fantastic. You love to see it when he's coming back to that role that he so desperately wanted to get back to playing. Maybe this will convince Kraken to maybe play him a little bit more. I don't know if there's a comp that has him and Ikrim and at the same time, but if there is, that's a pretty good comp in my opinion. But yeah, we definitely got to see the PMAs play more as a team. Maybe throw some better team comps out there too. I'm not too sure if I was agreeing with the hero picks made by some of those players, especially on the second map. Like the support line, I think early on with Rush was an Ana Brig. You don't typically like to see that stuff there, but who knows? Maybe they're just bad at Ilios. I can definitely see them turn this around.
Yes, and we'll take advantage of this. I'm sorry to do for all, but I got to cast 2 games today, so we're gonna sign ourselves to a quick map break, and we'll be see you guys at the other side of this break with our hybrid selections. We play PMA's map pick. Do not go anywhere. More Gopherwatch League action right after this. And welcome back from the break, everybody. The map selection has, in fact, turned out to be King's Row for our hybrid, a very classic. Both teams are Arsa heading in here. We do have a swap of the Kraken and Ribro at the tank line here, position for the PMAs. Maybe Ribro's a little more comfortable on the Reinhardt than Kraken is, but I want to see more Akua on that Zari. He was popping off.
I mean, this is the map that you're going to see it if it happens. Akua can make the Zarya work on this map in specific. Maybe they play Maple on the Doomfist too. Not too sure, but I think you just try to give Akua as much energy as possible. And same with Invictus. He can play Korea on this map, and I mean, if he played anything like on Ilios, then Akua can make a hero performance happen as well. We have a good sign for the PMAs. On the side of the tacos too, we did see a few role or swaps with Lampshade now on the tank, Buku on the DPS, and Macro on the support. So both teams getting their King's Row comps ready. Very interested to see how this works out, as I don't know if we're gonna stick with this, but I guess we are running a. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong side.
You're looking at the attackers.
I'm looking at the attackers.
I'm guessing Roar's not playing Orisa. If I had to take a guess.
I was like, Orisa and Zarya defense. That's a little weird. Yeah, it looks like it was just a scout out at the top of the start. Whoopsie daisy. But we also got a Flom-Dog on that Mercy. Maybe just trying to pocket Akua or Invictus, just give him so much damage.
Yeah, Goku's looking
Alright,
for that Bonesy
Goku on the
rollout, but nobody's there to stop him, so he actually gets it there and survives. Maple goes down to Blue Jay, so a good start there by the Widowmaker. From the Tacos, the wall is invested here from Maple early, and they finds nothing. As the GPS line has found 2 picks early for the Tacos, looking to move forward here. As it's just a shooting range right now for Shadow Blue Jay, getting full control over this choke and putting in a lot of damage, forcing them back off. And yeah, it looks like that's going to be a point A already taken here as Maple swaps to the Doomfist.
I mean, yeah, that early pick from Blue Jay really just opened things up. And Transflect with those Discord orbs is just allowing Roar so much more pressure on Ribro. So it's just a really good comp coming out from the Tacos that are just allowing them to just win pretty easily here. As we do see the PMAs try to take up high ground here, maybe force Blue Jay in a position he's uncomfortable with.
Here comes the Nano Boost on a Ribro. Ribro's gonna push forward. Shadow Blue Jay's already fallen. And now Goku's stuck in the backline, but Roar's there to meet him and gets sent back to spawn room with his buddy. Yeah, that's a pretty good fight there as Invictus gets that little flank angle and finds Shadow Blue Jay early. Takes it out of the fight.
Yeah, Invictus up on the high ground. Blue Jay tried to take the duel with him, but did get punished for it. And after Blue Jay was done from holding that area, Invictus is just able to get those kills. Invictus doing a fantastic job tonight. Really just helping his team so much.
The shatter from Roar gets blocked, finds nothing, and now Shadow Blue Jay gets solo high noon from the flank. And Invictus just sitting there all alone, gonna get chased down. And yeah, that's an interesting drop there from Invictus. Probably gonna want his life back on that one. But a grab is already out from Akua. Locks down Macro, and now Akua just putting in the damage. 100% energy, but doesn't matter. Goku returns with the punch. And a very sloppy fight from both sides there. But at the end of the day, Taco's gonna come out on top as Flumdog gets meteor struck right back to spawn.
I mean, Transflect with an amazing lamp there. That grab was very big, but with that lamp, Transflect was just able to save his entire team. The Tacos and just end up winning that sustain with their spawns. A nice fire strike kill onto Ribro by Roar too. As the PMAs are gonna probably have to take a pretty messy fight here if they want any chance at holding the second point.
Yeah, Lampshade has this grab as well here. Look to put it down right the corner and seem to stop this contest at all from happening. As Roar just holding this. They don't even need it! They don't need a touch!
Well, I mean, that just put more value onto that fire strike Roar got earlier on there.
Roar! With the window and the follows up the flame strike with that.
We can overlook that. I think we can overlook it.
I mean,
oh my God.
Overlook what? It never happened. Obviously, it never happened. There's zero evidence that happened. The high noon from Invictus does find 2, so a good start here for the fight. As we can stop memeing on Roars. Invictus found 3 this fight, and
Invictus
won the point for their team. So a good start there. And Lampshade still has his Graviton Surge.
Lampshade. Well, first we really got to see Lampshade use his grab this fight. It should be an easy fight win, especially with no defensive ult coming out on the side of the PMAs. And again, Invictus doing an amazing job. All these team fights feels like it's really just Invictus winning with these insane shots that he's hitting. The guy's on fire tonight. It's very impressive.
The wall from Goku does not hit, and the flashbang from Invictus stops the snaps Lampshade on the flank. And I mean, they trade evenly here, but for a Graviton Surge, that's not what you want. As now Ripper's allowed to swing freely into this grab. So much damage, and the Shatter comes down, knocks down 2. A huge Shatter from Ripper to follow up that grab. And the PMAs are going to stabilize.
You gotta give Maple a lot of credit there too. Killing that BAP early, even though he died for it, I mean that's just a really good kill. And those ults that follow with the grab and the shatter, just to get so much more value when they don't have that lamp to keep them up. So great work by Maple there, getting that BAP very early on there.
It's the BAP early, and it looks like they're going in for another fight here as Lampshade has swapped over on to the Diva. The Matrix is perfectly used there to stop Invictus with that high noon, but Roars out of nowhere, just caught by himself. They nano Maple, but here comes the Blizzard, a huge Shatter from Roar! Knocks down multiple members, and Shadow Blue Jay's there with the follow-up. A nice play from the Tacos, but they used 4 ults for that, and there's one more contestant to come here for the PMAs. I think he staggers killed, maybe not.
I mean, looking at how the tacos are holding spawn right here, it doesn't really matter how many ults they used to win that last fight, because I don't think the PMAs are going to be able to get a very good one. As the point is about to be capped with the Invictus being the sole man standing, and that's it. The tacos just capped.
The wall and the counter pin out from Goku and Roar on that door stops that push, stops that contest. And the tacos there set a very stellar time on King's Road, 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the time bank. And it's looking rough out there. They have one more shot.
I mean, this is extremely unfortunate for the PMAs. You gotta be wondering what's going on. I mean, you have Akua and Invictus with the 2 highest damage numbers in the lobby. The rest of the team just aren't able to keep up. It seems. I'm not too sure. Maybe they weren't planning for these comps without Ekrim, but I mean, it's heartbreaking for them to not be winning these fights. I mean, 2 minutes 40 seconds. The tacos have so much time left too. It's just it's an uphill battle if the PMAs want any shot of winning here. And I'm excited to see if they can pull it off, but how the series has been going so far, I don't think they're going to be able to.
It's going to be an uphill battle for sure here for the PMAs to bring this back. But you know, we've seen some pretty interesting snowballs coming out from King's Row, and I mean, all you need is 1 second in time bank, right? The overtime could bring anything. You could get a better defense, perhaps. You could do better offense. Who really knows? But the PMAs have to complete the map. As we look forward here, a big flame stick out from Roar already. Free 14% all charge now. Goku just waiting for this wall. Will they know he's there? It doesn't look like the PMAs are checking for him. No, Akua does. A nice play out there from Akua. Base out that wall and nobody gets stuck. So now the tacos are forced to retreat back to point now and wait for that cooldown again. But looks on the engage here. Roar just swinging on the enemy main tank, getting all that charge. And Blue Jay finds Marty early there. That's a lot of healing gone already for the PMAs. The charge, Roar kind of feeds his life over there. So without that main tank there, Goku's going to fall very low as well. He has to use that ice block here early. Shadow Blue Jay, though, is clutching it out for his team. Find multiple picks on the statue, but still down Roar. So this could be a comeback, and Lampshade lose that mech as well. So the PMAs, you know, get back together here. They could perhaps do a big push.
Ooh, dying there, even though he did just get revived. That's pretty bad. He doesn't have any charge anymore. Hopefully he can make it up fast. And the tacos, or sorry, the PMAs really need to push in fast here while Lampshade is still out of the mech.
Looking to push forward here as Ripro walks forward here, but Lampshade has that mech back and gets it right back in time for the fight to start. A big counter charge, and the flash fan out from Shadow Blue Jay finds Flumdog with Ripro flying as well, and that's 2 kills early for the tacos. It looks like they're going to be forced to reset the PMAs. They do have a couple ults to work with here, but they're going into Shadow Blue Jay's high noon. Could be big.
The PMAs, they're just dilly-dallying for a little bit too long. Let the tacos get into a position they were comfortable with. Just very, very unfortunate for the PMAs. You really would have liked to take an earlier fight there, but
you really would have. But Maple is there, looking for a shatter. It's a huge shatter from Ripro. They invest so many ults being used in a one fight here for the PMAs. They use Duplicate, Nano, and Grav. But I guess you did use Beat, High Noon, and Window there if you're the tacos, so not the worst possible thing if you're a PMAs fan, but they break it open by force.
I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure if you wanted to use like 6 ults there to win that fight. I mean, we have Blizzard, we have... Oh, that's extremely unfortunate. We have Blizzard, Shatter, Diva Bomb, and a nice wall coming up from Goku. This looks like it should be a...
Oh, and Roar just knocks them all down in the choke! Oh my goodness. A huge play from the main tank there. Lays them all down on their backs.
And I mean, only having to use that one ult and win that fight is just so big. You still have Blizzard, you still have Diva Bomb, and the PMAs still have nothing. Like, this is extremely unfortunate for the PMAs. They really got to get it together here. Oh, the spawn camp. Oh, no. Oh.
And yeah, the spawn camp is starting, but Invictus finds 2. I thought the spawn camp would be a little more successful, so I did a replay. But I guess I underestimated Invictus' carry potential there. Finds 2, but finally gets shut down. But the cart has moved 8.24 meters since the start. They finally get going here again. But this chokehold can still go for the tacos.
As Goku still has his Blizzard, hasn't been forced to use it, and with no defensive ultimate or Diva on the other side, this Blizzard is free. Goku can get whatever he wants with this one. And they kill Invictus anyway. They don't even need the Blizzard. But here comes the Blizzard anyway, and the Shadow from Ribro does knock down a couple members, but they're all frozen, so there's no follow-up on that big shatter. As Goku has decided to play the fun character today on King's Row, and carry the team to the win here, perhaps.
I mean, yeah, this is just. I'm not too sure, especially after Lampshade got that early kill on Invictus. That fight just seemed so dire for the PMAs, given that Invictus is doing such an amazing job of putting this team on his back tonight.
Oh, Maple's already dead. But they do find Transflect here, so the Immortality Field is gone. And this could be a big grab. Does knock down a couple, but Lampshade with the 3-man bomb when Ribro is not there to protect the team. A huge play from the rookie free agent there for the Tacos to bring it home for that fight.
Roar did hit that shatter and did have 2 of them knocked down for that Diva bomb. Just amazing synergy coming out from these 2 tanks. Maybe they've been grinding together for all this time, and no one was even told about it. But just they're doing a fantastic job here as they back up a little bit, try to take this corner fight.
As Shadow Blues on the flank here, has that high noon. Maple has apparently does remember he's there, looks for the kill, but finds 2 on the flank, but straight out for 2 evenly already on the other side. So it's not done just up a macro with a nicely timed beat. We'll keep the team alive here, but the beat from Flondog even better timed. The later beat wins as Invictus finds the kill on Aurora. Lampshade loses that mech, so there you go. The PMAs with the better ult timing there. I mean, Blue Jay did get the flanking kills, but there wasn't enough follow-up on it.
We do have a lot of ults coming out on the side of the PMAs. We have Shatter, High Noon, Dupe, and soon to come up we have Flux. And but that's an amazing early pick coming out from Roar. And it's gonna be really hard to win this fight now, especially when that High Noon didn't really find any value.
That's such a well-placed Immortality Field as well from Transflect there. Can't get hit by Invictus or Maple. In a safe position, here comes a Blizzard. Oh, it's a big shatter! Will the follow up another big anti-nade onto Roar. Will Roar fall? Roar hits the carts in the middle of the charge, but it does not matter as 3 kills there to follow up on Goku's Blizzard. And, Ribro's been hitting some pretty big shatters, but it's been during Blizzards, and there's no follow-up to be able to had. And that all started with a huge freeze on the Kua by Goku there with the wall.
Yeah, those shatters are all really big, like you said. There's just no follow-up coming out from anyone. And it's really disappointing. You really gotta try to communicate it better that you're trying to shatter there or something. Make sure your team can follow up on those juicy, meaty shatters. Ooh, a good block though coming out, but
a good block, but here comes a flanking High Noon out from Shadow. That was by Marty, but gets to sleep from the grave. Is anybody even able to touch this point? Yes, they are. Someone's on the point right now. Nakua finds 2, and Roar's just sitting there all alone by his lonesome. And again, the flank from Blue Jay leads to a fight loss. Not saying it's his fault at all, but probably would like the McCree damage in the front line, perhaps help your team.
I mean, you gotta give credit to Flomdog there for finding a way to touch the point.
Indeed.
I guess the Taco's gamble was incredible that he touched the point there.
Looking like Rincewind out there with his breads.
I guess the Tacos gamble there was hold close, hope no one can touch it, but I mean, Flomdog really with the clutch there, listened to the comms and touched that point. Very good.
Oh, a huge E from Akua on that Blizzard! And the High Noon out from Invictus! So many ults being thrown in here, but no kills found. They finally get in Invictus with 2! Lampshade throws that bomb down as well, finds Marty. Alright, Marty, can't get around the corner, I guess, but a couple ults building up here for the PMAs as they got brings home. They gotta get time on the clock. 40 seconds is 1 fight territory for them.
I mean, and they're down there on it right now. I don't know. This is going to be a hard fight to win for the PMAs, especially with those 2 ults coming out.
Yeah, the early beat just pushes them back right now. No kills coming from it, but you delay that time a little more and Roar. It just getting the charge. Roar? Excuse me, Roar? The Shatter's huge, finds 2 from Ribro, and here comes a duplicate from Maple here. Looks to build up another Shatter here as the Immortality Field is placed, and the beat comes out from Flopdog. The stun from Blue Jay in the backline onto Maple. Can't get the Shatter off. And here comes Shadow, finds Maple. Maple has been shut down by Shadow so far in that play with the High Noon and that flash. But a couple picks early here for the PMAs as Invictus just getting so many kills, but a nice shatter from Roar knocks down 3. Will there be enough follow-up here for PMAs? Looks like there is. Take this big fight home as the bomb out from Akua will only get the immortality field, but the remake kill on a Roar playing a little too close to some that are on the point. But yeah, the spawn advantage coming in here pretty handily as Lampshade does eventually fall. Am I spoken too soon? Akua lose that mech, but Macro Kid does a point to C9! Macro Kid touch!
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. You really got to get on the point there. But, hey, at least on the bright side, they capped without any time. So it's either a draw or a win for you guys. But, man, that's disappointing. That's slightly disappointing. Definitely need Caden on this broadcast to say C9 lol the classic. But, yeah, we have a very, very good attack though coming out from the PMAs there to be able to cap all those points, especially after getting held at second for as long as they did. Just great work. Even though some of those fights were messy, they were able to make it happen. Maybe they could get the draw going if they can keep this momentum with them. But with 2 minutes 40, I gotta favor the Tacos winning this attack here. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, if only the fights were a little more Ronaldo instead of Messi, haha, soccer joke. Anyway, Euro's already dead, so who cares? But I mean, if Shadow Blue can get our early pick here, this fight's already over. It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, so I mean, you get, maybe three, 4 if you're lucky, good fights here if you're the Tacos. So PMAs have got abilities ultimates here, but Akua's on that Sigma, and Akua looked a lot better, or the team looked a lot better, not Akua, but I mean, the team looked a lot better when Akua was on the Sigma character. Able to put in a lot of damage, but they still don't select Mei. Mei's pretty good here on the defense, especially if you want to get some easy fight wins to drain some time. Oh my God, Goku!
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need the Mei here if you wanna actually sustain this fight for 2 minutes 40. It's gonna be much more of an uphill battle with the Echo. The Mei is just so valuable with how much time she can just stall as well. But
Goku in the back, but Roar taking so much space right now. Maple is caught on the floor, but they will trade it out for a DPS for DPS here. And oh my goodness, Ripro just a charge from downtown. And a good immortality field out there from Marty will keep the team alive. So it looks like the Tacos are being forced back to spawn, and 4 seconds drained out the clock already here. And these staggers could be nasty if they get them, especially on people like Transflect. It doesn't look like they're going to get one, though. So a good disengage there from the Tacos as the engage restarts here, and Invasion's in the back.
oh yeah, the Tacos with a nice speedy engage here. Ooh.
And Goku
with a nice punch.
And Ripro dies with Shatter in hand.
That's it.
That's going to be it there. Goku through the hotel with a heroic punch. Find that Baptiste kill to bring that fight open. And, it was going to be an uphill battle from the beginning, but looks like the PMA sadly rolled down to another map loss.
Man, I mean, just like that, we're on the last map.
Perhaps.
The Tacos win this next one, or probably on the last. Wait, no, that's not what I mean to say.
Yeah?
Maybe on the last.
You got an opinion you want to share with the class, Bravo?
Hey, listen. With the way the PMAs have been playing, I think it's very safe to say probably on the last map here. They definitely need to get it together. I mean, even in that last map, I'm not too sure what the stats were at the end of it, but before that last defense, you had 3 of the PMAs players, I think it was the tank line and Invictus, had the top 3 most damage in the lobby. It's just, I'm not too sure what's going on. Maybe they're just pumping those numbers out, but not able to actually finish off those kills, maybe? I mean, or just they're just not working together as a team. I do gotta say, I did like that the map did eventually come out from Marty there. While he was hitting some pretty big nades, I just think map is so good when you're running the rush. And we did see it on the Tacos attack, especially when Transflect was on that map. He was just with the immortality field, he was able to win so many, or help win so many fights for his team. Maybe we need to see more mirrors coming out from the PMAs as opposed to these, I guess you could say, interesting compositions instead. So I don't know. As we go into the next map, we'll see what the PMAs pick. We'll see if there's any swaps coming out. But I'm interested to see if the PMAs can potentially reverse sweep here. Maybe get their act together.
Yeah, we will see. But we are going to send us to another map break here. Give ourselves a little bit of time to get some water. Make sure everybody's staying hydrated in the chat as always. But last map perhaps coming up here. Will the Tacos sweep the PMAs, or the PMAs bring us back on reverse sweep and bring us some more action for today? Stay tuned on the other side of this break to find out.
Alrighty.
And welcome back from the break. And no, I do not know how to fix that glitch on the OBS that makes it seem the tacos have won all 5 maps in the series when going to studio mode. So deal with it, chat. I'm doing my best here to do some cool new stuff for y'all. And y'all here making fun of me. Sag. But we do have a swap here. Bashi has come in here for Flam Dog. And Invictus and Akua have swapped positions. So Akua going back to that main role of DPS while Invictus going back to off-role he's been playing all season long in main tank. And I don't think we had any swaps for tacos. We did not. So same comp coming out from them.
Well, I'm not too sure if I agree with this comp coming out from the PMAs. I mean, Invictus has been kind of carrying, if I may say, on that DPS role, and I mean Akua himself on off tank has been solid too. I don't really think that those two were any sort of issue, but I don't know. Maybe Akua can really pop off here on the DPS role. On the Echo, it's like a shades of Ekrim. I'm getting a nice little reminder. They have 2 of them now, but yeah, this map's definitely gonna. Oh, there we go. Good little fix there. Good little quick fix there.
They told me they were alright. I didn't think they were gonna be a swap. So Goofy did say before. So this is my fault, but they get swapped, so they're all in the right spot.
Okay. Hey, well saved. Stats are saved. Anyways, we do have a very interesting double or I guess monkey ball composition coming out from the Taka. Very excited to see how it works.
And Akua on that Echo, you know, trying to play that Ekrim role, the carry flex DPS, but Marty gets jumped on, but Cuckoo sent back to spawn with the nice peel coming out. Keep Marty up in this fight, the PMA, so a good start for them so far, taking Goku out of the fight early.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You can't get caught out that early when you're on the ball character, but hey, at least you get back fast. Can get a nice little recovery there with it.
And here comes a big dive in from the tank line, but they find nothing. And nice nade from Marty keeps team alive. Ribro's Discord though falls very weak, so forced to retreat. But here comes Goku with the swing through, and gets nothing, I believe. And I mean Shadow's trying to duel out Maple here on the Widowmaker, but Lampshade finally finds Akua. They trade out here, but it looks like Tacos have won this fight with 3 picks coming in their favor with Roar and Lampshade. Lampshade on the McCree, putting in some work there, getting the kills.
Gotta give credit to Transluck there too. He was the one that originally got the sleep on Akua that let Lampshade get the kill. It was a very nice sleep as well. But yeah, Lampshade doing a very good job already on this first fight. Very good performance coming out from the guy, especially given his SR. But for this entire series, really doing a fantastic job. Is Bashi maybe gets caught out here? Oh no, it's not.
And here comes the nano boost in onto Invictus on the point, but gets flashed up immediately by Lampshade. Goku's gonna find Bashi, so not a good start here for the PMAs. As both supports are gone, and they're just trying to do anything inside this little gas station, trying to fuel up the team, but it's not going to work. As Akua does find Roar, however, it doesn't going to be enough, as Akua's trying their darndest, and a very late duplicate.
That's unfortunate.
Can't even build the minefield either.
It's a wasted ult. Maybe we're going to see a swap off of Echo here. I think there's good potential given the double hit scan coming out from the Tacos here. No, nope. We're sticking the Echo. Okay, just a very unfortunate ult then.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There you go.
Okay, I don't know if far is any better, but
oh my God, Goku! Goku!
Oh man.
Goku spawn camping! Somebody gotta stop this man.
That tunnel is just so good for the mines. Jugi doing an amazing job of capitalizing off of that very tiny choke that the PMAs were forcing themselves through. As PMAs just got to try to really get a regroup here. But with those walls up, I mean, it's going to be really hard to get a nice, easy push in.
That was a huge play from Goku there to open up that fight. And basically, it's one fight territory now at the end. As Shirabuji finds Maple already! And Akua goes down, both DPS are gone, but Invictus has a perma, but gets slapped by Transflect, a huge sleep! However, immediately awoken is not happy. That nap was not long enough, and now Transflect is getting bullied into a corner, but Invictus can't quite get the primal mechanics down in time. And Shadowbuji's gonna dome him. Shadowbuji finds 2. So another win there for the Tacos, it looks like, and that's point B in 2 fights, and that's pretty darn good, especially for Route 66.
Alright, we do have Akua swapping off that Pharah onto the Hanzo. Looked like Centurion stopped possessing him for a second there. Made him pick I would call it a solid character. Maple onto the Widow too, gonna take that duel against Shadow Blue Jay. I mean, could go well, might not go well, but Blue Jay is kind of prone to tunneling onto the enemy Widow, so very interesting. Very interested to see how this goes out. With Bashi now on that break too.
And here comes Goku, a big slam, but Bashi finds the lampshade, so good start early, but Roar follows up on the dive onto Maple. Will they get the kill on Akua as well? Yes, cannot get in spawn in time. But, I mean, they haven't touched the point, really. They've won the fight in the back line, but there's a lot of stabilization here going on the point here for the PMAs, but Marty gets caught out. Only has one sleep dart, and there's 2 tanks on him. Had no chance there. As, I mean, they finally, the kills are coming through here to finally finish up this fight. And that's all started with a really nice dive in the back line there by the tank line here for the Tacos. And, yeah, the Super Monkey Ball comp is looking very strong so far.
Yeah, I mean, Bashi was a little aggressive there. Maybe you want to see him play back a little bit, help his team. And Nakua onto the Doom now. You really want to see a McCree come out, a Reaper come out, something that can stop this menace of
He's dead already.
Monkey Ball. Okay. Oh no, this is so unfortunate.
And then Nanoboost is on the Roar. Oh! Shadow Blue Jay uses that Sight to his advantage and gets the kill on a Maple. Maple even knew there. But Ripple gets 2 with the bomb and the remake kill. As here comes Akua on the Doomfist to try to take out Shadow Blue Jay, but the peel is there. And the Woodmaker stays alive in this fight. And here comes Lampshade with that high noon. Gets nothing out of it but a reload. And Bitch is there on the point, slamming on the ball. He's pounding, but Akua gets a kill on the Blue Jay. So a good start here. Perhaps a stabilization here for the PMAs. As Diamond Nano Boost is applied on Akua. Putting so much work on the Doom. Getting 2 kills there. And finally take down Macro the Mess on the point. Just Goku right now. The punch there. Oh my god, what the... Back to Horizon Rukani there for Goku as he gets punched and uppercut in the air there, right off a little edge. So there we go. Finally, the PMA stabilizing here, and they catch Goku here maybe. Oh, what?
Sneaks out.
Just skirts out.
Goes through the little hole only a hamster can actually fit through, and is able to live there. We do have the rally and the Doom ult, as well as the mines from Invictus too. That the PMAs are going to be able to use this fight.
Oh, can Invictus get out alive here, though? Dodges the sleepless in time and gets back to the safety of the team. But Roar gets slapped a huge lead from Marty. Sir Martin puts him right to bed. But a rally out from Macro here. They're going to be very, very strong coming in. The Tacos, and they find Maple early. But the minefield could be used by Invictus. It does. It blocks off a lot of members here. It can't be really engaged or really any help for Roar. But the Nano is there. The Ripro gets the bomb, and the backline finds nothing. They find Akua as well. So the picks are there, but the minefield is keeping them at bay for now. Perhaps the respawn can get back in time with Maple the Pulse Bomb. They kill Shadow Blue Jay, so good start here as Maple has that Pulse Bomb still. Sees that McCree gets the... Oh no, Invictus! With the assist onto the Lampshade. They do end up getting the kill, but the Pulse Bomb doesn't find anything. Ripro is there. Goku has a minefield on a point. Stop that contest as Roar and Goku are still putting the work in the background, but the spawn advantage here is in favor. And Akua gets 2. So perhaps not 1 just yet here. And Akua! So many punches! So many kills! Invictus is just sitting on point right now alone. Keep it stabilized for the team, and Goku falls so weak. And there you go. The PMAs have won yet, PMAs have won yet another fight there with Invictus just being a body on the point. A huge play from him.
It looks like the PMAs have opted for the let your backline die strategy, and it's panning out well for them with Invictus and Akua doing an amazing job. Oh, we got a pause coming in. Invictus and Akua doing an amazing job of getting these kills in return, while Rory and Kiku also just wreak havoc. It's very interesting stuff coming out from the teams, but everything's panning out, it looks like.
And we do have a bit of a pause coming through here, so yeah, it looks like Marty might be having some internet issues, but I see nothing on my end, so not the asshole this time. My stream is not killing the PMA's chance of taking a win here. Not sure exactly going on, but while we do that, we can send ourselves to a quick break. We'll see you on the other side of this one. And once we restart this match with 32 seconds remaining in the time bank, can the Tacos push it to the end, or can the PMAs hold? Stay tuned to find out. Alright, the teams are ours. We'll be heading back in here in just a moment. Heading in GLHF. Gotta hit him with that. But yeah, look at these ult banks building up here. Akua does have that Meteor Strike as well as Invasion with the Minefield, so the contest could be huge here, but Shadow Blue Jay not even close to the EMP, so kind of a late swap there on the side. We're not going to get that in time, but we do have Roar with that Primal Rage, gets stunned up immediately, and Goku gets absolutely destroyed by the moving platform. Can't follow up on the slam of Roar, but Lampshade has that High Noon trying to take it down, doesn't find anything. Bashi kills Goku, so that Goku's out of the fight. There's no Hamster on the point, and now Victus is there with the Minefield. Puts it down right on the semi-truck, gets the slam in, and Lampshade gets killed. So it looks like the PMAs have won this fight as Goku might get back in time for another contest, but Macro falls so weak on the point. Macro flying half. Macro's alone on the point, but dies. Can't do anything. Transmit with the Nano Boost and onto Roar. Could be doable here as the Akua's there on the point. They're still putting in the work. I mean, they're not doing anything. Transmit just putting so much free healing on the high ground. Finally gets taken down, and the hack just barely has enough time for Shadow Blue Jay onto Akua. And Bashi has that rally on the point. Mabel wins Goku. It does look as we ain't gonna be enough here. The minefield there is there from Goku, but will get anything. Ripproof does die, but Marty's back on the Baptiste. So yeah, Akua is in the back line, put in the work. And the stabilization comes through on Route 6 here for the PMAs. And you know, after getting spawn camped on point B, you gotta be pretty darn happy with that defense on C.
Yes, definitely gotta be. I mean, it's very impressive hold at the end there for the PMAs. Maybe the Tacos had to switch up their team comp a little bit. I know the Monkey and the Ball were getting a lot of kills, but the rest of your team, you can't afford to make the same decision that the PMAs do, because the PMA spawns are just faster. You know, you gotta at least try to protect them a little bit. Maybe you just need a little composition switch. See if that helps you guys out to cap that point at full, because Root is a really hard point to cap all three of, especially if you don't get it initially. So, as we have an interesting tank composition coming out from
the Cleave
the
comp.
Tacos.
The Cleave comp.
Okay,
but I do want to point out something though, real quick, Frabo, is that Marty in about 40 seconds. Bill had almost 1,500 healing done on Baptiste. That's actually insane. Kept the team alive in that last fight with the dive come from Goku and Roar there. So a huge play from Marty there, despite the disconnect. Able to turn and keep the team alive. And yeah, he says, as he said, on his stats it's bonked. So yeah, unfortunate, really unfortunate.
Yeah, Marty has been having a very good performance this game. I think he's been doing a lot of heals. He's been hitting some good antis, but I mean, I don't know. It's very unfortunate that PMAs can't pull out a win on any of these maps.
I mean, Invictus finds Shadow Blue Jay and they kill him immediately. He is just off on the coastline by himself, but Goku jumps in the backline, finds Marty, but I mean, Goku just charging in the spawn and gets sent back to his own. But this the spawn camp is doing a little bit of work here, dragging some time off. Transfight forced to fade away there. But the spawns will eventually come in here in favor of the PMAs as they're going to open this up. Roar is just doing his best to try to stay within the point. Still has macro, still has Transfight pumping him full of heals. So much juices right now. And Lampshade's back on that Tracer. Oh, a nice Antonade though will force the fade earlier from Trent, but they still haven't really pushed the card all that much. So there we go, finally opening this up. And, oh, Goku! Just L-shifting a legend there, and finally gets taken down, finally sent back to spawn again. Trying to form as many desperate 10 as he can. But almost has Shatter, absolute Shatter energy coming out from Goku there.
Yeah, the PMAs do end up winning that fight just because of that spawn advantage. But very valiant hold coming out from the Tacos here. They do have a good amount of ults for next fight. The PMAs do as well. So we'll see who's able to win the inevitable 6 ults used in one fight, team fight.
I mean, yeah, this is basically a 12 ult, a 12 pack to open up with the boys. I know it was a Saturday already, but. As we
get ready to cast, when you get ready to cast.
Here comes the Nano Boost on Invictus on the high ground, but Bashi just Goku! Oh my god! I don't think Goku will be able to actually process how much damage he took there, how much CC damage he actually sustained, and that's gonna be a fight win there for the PMAs. Roar survives for 6 AP, which much longer than it should have. And they still managed to hold on to their rally, and Invictus is 70% to a minefield already. So much work in that Nano Boost. A good play there out from the PMAs. So, you know, Roar swaps over to the Sigma.
It looks like we're going to have the Sigma Orion composition coming out from the Tacos.
Okay.
Interesting choice. Just that's all I really got to say about that one.
Invictus is in the spawn, by the way. What is he doing?
I mean, Invictus is having a good time, you know. Probably trying to look for
He has been pounding. He has been pounding. I'll give him that. He's been doing very well. But Akua is there. The beat from Macro. Akua just barely misses the punch, and here comes the bomb from Ripper with the minefield. So much. They find Goku. I don't think the Shadow found anything. There's Akua, just a parting kiss, a chef's kiss there on the Shadow Blue Jay, and a very late coalesce out from Transfix 3 right down as Lampshade gets his pull from Eaton as well. So a huge fight win there for the PMAs. Well, also even used the bomb and the mines, and that's it. They won despite the shatter, the pulse, the beat, and the coalescence.
Yeah, I mean, this is a totally different PMAs that we've seen. Oh, we just find a nice early pick on the Maple though, so that might be pretty bad for the PMAs. But I mean, they still have like 4 ults incoming here, and all the PMAs have is a single high noon.
The nano boost onto Akua in the back. Finds nothing. Maguka gets the hook. I mean, but Akua has that get out jail free card with a slam down. They found Transfect early, and Goku as well. And now Macro, in all of his wisdom, decides to play the Zenyatta into the Akua Doomfist and pays for it with his life. And
you can't...
4.5 minutes in the bank. This is a huge turnaround here for the PMAs.
Yeah, I mean, we did just swap off of the Diva onto the Reinhardt, but that was a very, very interesting team comp coming up from the PMAs. And I mean, still, I think the Hog is a very interesting pick. Not too sure if you really want it. Maybe you just are trying to think of some way to deal with Invictus. He's popping off on this Maul character right now, but I don't know. I think there's better ways you can go about it. As we do have the Reaper now also coming out from Lampshade. They really just want to try to shut down Invictus, it looks like, as a nice early kill on Dabashi comes through.
But the minefield and the pulse bomb finds Macro, so a good start there. As Shadow Blue Jay will find Akua, but the cart is still moving. So much cart progress. Shadow Blue Jay up on the high ground. The high noon gets eaten up by Ribro. And now the bomb finds Shadow Blue Jay, and the slam on a point out of Rourke. Oh, the remake kill! Oh. It's huge from Ribro, popping off on this Diva character. Looking so much better than he did on the Reinhardt. Absolutely huge plays, and now the Anthony Onaguka can't do anything. The heal gets nothing. I mean, the coalescence is just desperation here from Transflect, but the nano on Dabashi! The king has returned! The raid boss on the point! Looks like they're gonna get here in the end with a pretty dominant performance here at Route 6, bar a miracle as the stall has returned. Roar trying to build towards that shatter. Can he get tied? No, gets punched. And there we have it. Blue Jay, 1 HP, will not make it back in time. Goku back on the ball as well. Lampshade tactical uses the fade out of spawn and pays for it with his life. And oh my goodness gracious, one absolute... Oh my, a big shatter from Roar gets 3, but well, the follow-up Invictus has that minefield to stop the contesters as Roar cannot push on with the minefield. That was... Wow, the PMAs looking so much better on this map here than the others before it.
Yeah, I mean, they just looked like a much better team, like you just said. It feels like at that 3rd point, they might have just decided they wanted to start really working together and start trying, and that is exactly what they did. I mean, Invictus on this on the ball was so impressive the entire time, doing an amazing job. And same with the Kua on the Doomfist. Like, those two were just unstoppable. You really got to see the, especially the DPS players on the side of the PMAs, like that Kree and that Reaper, just able to do so much more than what they were doing. I feel like you let so much free reign happen with the Doom and the ball when you have that flashbang, that giant hitbox. You really gotta make something work there. You gotta get those kills when they go so aggro. Like you said, there was one fight where Invictus was in spawn. Like, I'm not too sure, but hopefully the tacos of, well, I guess not hopefully, but maybe the tacos figure this out in this next map. Possibly go back to the.
I mean, you're just showing yourselves as a huge tacos fan today, Frabo. What is this? Is this a biased caster? You over here saying, yeah, they'll. I mean, this is gonna be the last map. Yeah, I mean, the
Yeah,
tacos will probably figure this out. Oh my god, get this guy out of here.
I was a tacos man because, gonna be honest, I was spreading on the tacos there. I'm trying to get those channel points going up, and really, I'm just losing bigly after that last one. Um, I really just want to see you in the cosplay, if I'm being honest with you, Booney, and
I already
this
bought
is
it.
the only way I know how.
Already bought it, so it's on its way. Make sure to donate your points if you haven't already. It's gonna be a big one. It's for a good cause, for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I'm sure they'll probably reject the money if they knew where it came from, that dirty money. But anyway, I'm gonna send us to a quick break. Can the PMAs continue the reverse sweep magic over the tacos? You know, to quote my good friend Probably here, probably figure it out on this next map of map 4. We'll see you on the other side of this break. And welcome back from the break. It appears our next map is, in fact, going to be Numbani. And, you know, it's an interesting map choice because we saw Invictus do very well on the Wrecking Ball, so we have to try and force him on the more monkey-style-centric, you know, dive comp. But, you know, if you run that stuff that you were running the last map, I'm going to have to question what you're doing here because Taco's not making any swaps. And Guku bested a hog. We're seeing a map 5. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you here. I'm waiting for the press to go through. They just did, and I'm going all in on the Plymouth PMAs.
Ooh.
I got a change of heart over the break has turned me into a diehard PMA fan. I've also decided that maybe
I think Akua turned me into a PMA fan. If I'm gonna be honest with you, it's popping off.
You know, you make a good point there. Akua on that Doomfist doing a very fantastic job. I mean, I'm not sure. We have Gugu on the Diva here, so I'm playing that ball character. Lampshade on the Pharah. Man, people really like Pharah. I don't know what happened, but she's become popular once again. So very interested to see how the tacos play this one out.
I think the best part is running the Pharah and Ashe with only one Mercy. Who gets the pocket? And if you're not going to pocket the Ashe, why not just play McCree? You know, yeah. Interesting comp coming out here, but
gotta give the pocket to Lampshade. The guy's probably gonna pop off on the Pharah. Gotta love Pharah.
And as it is, Akua gets that punch him and falls so weak, can't find anything. If it's just in the back right now, just breaking that bubble, forming up that minefield. A nice pick early from Maple on the Shadow Blue Jay. Takes him out. They do get the res though, but Roar falls so weak. Roar down. And without the pocket on the Lampshade falls weak as well, forced to retreat. They eventually find Akua though, so a good, perhaps, opening pick here for the Talkers. They get out in time, but Kuka loses the mech. Look at this anti-air defense here from Invictus. Oh my god! Oh, just barely that pocket wasn't there when he got that kill. That was absolutely huge. Invictus was that. That's beautiful tracking.
Invictus is having quite the performance here. I mean, the entire match on Korea on ball, the guy just can't be stopped. He's a master of every role, it looks like. Maybe we get to see him on support. Who knows? But
an MVP candidate, obviously, after this performance here. Shows he can play on every role. Looking like OG Dallas Fuel Seagull. Oh, Maple does get caught off, though, by a dive. Can he get out? It looks like he will just in time. Rimbo gets left and antonated, though, but they find Bashi, but a nice pick as Michael just popped that Just popped that Valkyrie, and both supports are down. Shadow Blue Jay there is still there, and the Nano, oh my god! Lampshade, the grounded Forest stood no chance against the Nano punch. Goku has that bomb, and Akua can't escape! The uppercut is just barely not high enough. Oh, how did Goku get up there? Well, anyway, Goku popping up on this D.Va. Brings it back despite the early pick there on the both supports. Looking a lot better on the D.Va than he did in the Hog, I'll say. Probably more final blows already.
Well, potentially. I mean, you gotta give the tank line too a lot of credit there. Really able to come in, or for the tacos, really able to come in clutch.
And yeah, you give him credit, then Goku goes and feeds and spawns. So you know it's you win some, you lose some with Goku.
Well, you know, maybe he just wanted to prove me wrong. I'm not too sure. But we probably should actually see the PMAs take a fight pretty early here. I mean, they have their entire team, and they were still down Goku, but...
And Invictus is just coming to touch right now. There he is.
There we go.
They don't notice. They don't notice.
Hey, that's okay. Oh,
I didn't get Roar with the bomb. There's no cart progress, and Invictus is just... He's pounding! I'm gonna say it. He's on the main tank, he's on the ball, he's pounding. And Lampshade gets a kill from Maple, and Roar gets nano boosted and primal in the back line. Here comes a juggle right on Marty, but Bashi has that mercy pocket on him as Maple falls weak, but Roar loses sight of him, and here comes a high Nuna from Maple. Will it get anything? No, play in the corner is going to be the tacos, but here comes a nano boost as well on Invictus in the back line. Looking for some big slams, perhaps. And, yeah, Lampshade...
His own worst enemy.
He clicks the go to spawn button, which is alt on Pharah. And Transflect goes, and Invictus he's just a menace on this Wrecking Ball. Oh my goodness, Invictus falls so low there on the point, and Maple's caught in a bubble, so no healing for him. Perhaps a turnaround here for the tacos. But here comes the minefield on the point to try to do something. Goku loses the mech, so Goku falling so low. We'll go down. Here comes Shadow Blue Jay with that bop on the point, tries to do something, but Goku already out of fight, so it's gonna be a pretty hard push here to win this fight. As the minefield is here, here comes Ripper with the bomb, but Shadow Blue Jay can't get the last final shot and gets killed with the bomb. That was huge. Ripper on this D.Va is cracked.
He's been getting crazy bomb kills. I don't know how, but the guy is insane. I mean, the tank line from the PMAs are just, both of them are doing fantastic work.
It's
Invictus stalling on the cart so long and getting picks like every fight. And then Ribbro with those bombs to close it out. They're just doing an amazing job, those two. Really fantastic work. Oh, Bashi got the res. It's all good. We can take a breather. The PMAs still have a shot.
It's all good, but the res of the fight, you probably want the res back right now with Roar. Oh, never mind. I'm talking about the wrong team, but Roar falls and Goku loses the mech. So, with the tank line basically already out of the fight here, it's going to be a pretty hard ask for the tacos to win this one. And I believe someone is on the flank. I'm not sure who it is. Oh, it's Goku. There he is. Yep, he's okay. I'm about to say, who is that outline? Who's that red outline? It's Goku looking for a remake kill, but gets sent back to spawn, and oh my god, the PMAs ever since map 3 have just looked rejuvenated. This is a completely different team.
I'm extremely impressed. They're doing an amazing job of holding the tacos here, and I mean, the DPS picks from the tacos are also very interesting. Hanzo and Ash, especially when you don't have a Mercy, you just gotta wonder, like, why are you running those characters? Run something like a Kree maybe to stop Invictus, the Madman, as he's back in the backline.
Oh, again. The Nano Visor, but Roar is there to pound him around. Oh, the sleep and the anti onto Roar. Oh, he stood no chance. That's a 1,000 HP gone in about half a second there. Goku has the bomb on the high ground, but they've already lost Transflect to the minefield. And, they can't do anything. This tank line is being just shut down. And you think the legs probably wasn't the pick to do it, but it looks like it might be.
I mean, the tank line being shut down. Goo onto the Hog again. Come on. I don't know if Hog is the pick. Just tell your DPS to go something that can stop the ball, because the ball is like Invictus's ball. It's just on the card. There's 4 people looking at him, but none of them can do anything to him. He's just consistently living. It's embarrassing, really. The PMA or the Taco should not be letting him get away with that. But
here comes the Nano on Aurora though, and finds Bashi. Will they get the kill? No, the peel is there. Can they trust the point though? Yes, here comes the bomb from Ribro! Oh, it gets Blue Jay again, but the bomb was on the point. So it's basically a 1-for-1 trade there as Lamshay finds Bashi with a nice play, and Macro has that rally on the point. So very sturdy tank line here coming up for the Tacos. As Akua almost has the visor yet again. Decides to pop it, but can they keep the point contested? It looks like they can. The Antonate onto Goku full solo roar as well, but the healing is there, keeps the team alive. And, I mean, it's not over just yet. Oh, a huge slate from Marty! Keeps Invictus in the fight, that's absolutely huge! But they didn't touch the point, and they will get in the end.
That was a very, very close fight. It had no right being that close, especially at the end. Wow, I mean, Invictus and Marty together, they were just doing so much there. Almost just clutched that point out. Taco's really got to get those kills faster. As Blue Jay finally hits the McCree character, you love to see it. Lampshade did have a very solid performance on the Hanzo there too. So we got the hog grind for this last point here. Again, not too sure if I agree with the hog pick, but hey, Goku has been doing
a huge play from Shadow Blue Jay, flashed Invictus out of the mines.
Who would have thought?
And they don't. Akua just sends the donut 200 HP to Science right there. As, yeah, a nice play. The PMAs have to get to overtime perhaps for a not-losable situation maybe. But it's not gonna. Oh, a big anti from Marty though in the back line onto both the DPS. Goku will come Marty though on the flank and has that whole hog already. Keeps Bosch at the point and gets another one. Goku making us eat our words with his hog pick here. And with 18 seconds remaining, can they contest long enough? The Pulse Bomb only finds the Immortality Field, but can Maple stay on the point long enough? No, he can't! And Vigils is almost back too. They could stalled overtime.
That's a little bit of a C9, if I dare say so. I mean, the hog pick, like you were saying, it did end up working out pretty well. I think that's really just down to the PMAs just letting it work. I don't know. It really should not have. They really got to punish Cuckoo. I watched Cuckoo go into the back line and hook Marty at spawn, and no one punished him for it. So, I mean, the PMA's really got to be more aware of that. But hey, it's working out. Maybe they're just trying to lull Cuckoo into a false sense of security, make him think that the hog is a good pick, and hope that he picks it for defense here too, so they can just maybe get a nice little steamroll. No, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Hey, it was wishful thinking potentially. As Akua onto the Genji. I mean, the one thing that I will say about Akua so far is the guy's been flexing onto a lot of characters. I mean, his repertoire has been very immense though. I did like his Doomfist the best. I wish he would stick on it a little bit more. And also gotta say that after my game crashed, beautiful. after Blue Jay swapped onto that Kree character, Invictus's value immediately dropped. So it's good that he's sticking onto that character. At least I believe he was, if my memory does not fail me.
Yeah, he's on McCree. Do not worry.
Okay, so definitely going to be able to shut down Goku a lot more this time. Or sorry, not Goku. The Invictus.
Yeah, that was a much better pick from Blue Jay, especially with the flashbang onto the minefield is a game-changing ultimate, or even a game-changing ability. So looked a lot better in that Kree, and that pick worked out wonders. Invictus is trying to get in the backline here, but they're just looking for him. Yep, Blue Jay there with the flash. Just looking for him, but he doesn't have the flash now to get the kill. And, Invictus just gets out with life there and feeds over about 50% ult charge to Shadow Blue Jay. So, good start there for the Tacos on the defense as they're just putting in the work. But the slamming from Invictus on the backline gets antonated, forced to retreat. But they are putting on some point presence right now. As Maple is there. The flash and the turret! Both DPS are gone. And the Tacos defense looking sturdy and heavy. And I mean, with this, the turret and the flashbang, the sleep, the bash, it's going to be very hard for Invictus or Akua to get any value done here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it feels like they're running a comp tailor-made to counter the
ball.
The PMAs here. The balls, I mean, yeah, Invictus almost has this minefield. Maybe he can make something happen with it. Maple did swap onto the Kree here too, so maybe they have something planned here as we see the Nano come out onto Roar.
The flashbang is there, and they sleep Invictus, and Roar's in the back, just slamming people around. Transmit gets the peel there as well. So now Roar is just in the back line, just pounding people with the Monkey Fist. They get the res on him already, but they lose Rippero's mech in the process, so I think it's going to be another fight won there. They get Goku's mech, though, and Goku feeds his body to science. And now Akua just jumps up, and Bidge with the minefield as well. Controls the point, the hamster zone is established. Bashi with that Valkyrie as well, well timed, but here comes the high noon for Shadow. Blue Jay finds Bashi. Gives him the na-na in chat, but here comes the Nano Blade! And there's nothing to stop it. Akua finds 3, finds 4! A good old-fashioned Nano Blade. That's what you do when you invest all your CCs in the ball. The Nano Blade is completely free. And a good play out there from the PMAs to bring it open point A for them.
Oh, go with a nice little bag on the Shadow Blue Jay after Blue Jay VM'd Bashi from that high noon kill. A little retribution for his teammate, maybe. That is very, very beautiful. But yeah, like you said, the Nano Blade was very fantastic, especially Invictus just going in eating all that CC. They just forgot that Akua is also a man of much power and just was able to execute it perfectly. The PMA is now hopefully able to keep this this momentum going as the second fight, or as a fight for second point is about to begin.
I mean, they use the bubble, and now Maple has the high noon, just puts any of the damage. This turret gets a lot less value on this point, especially because the corners it can play. So not going to get as much spam damage coming in now from Lampshade. And Ribbro has a bomb. Will this man capitalize again with another big one? He's looking for it for sure. I mean, the carts basically got to the end of B here for free, and here comes a high noon from Blue Jay. Use it to remech, I believe, and just instantly gets sent back to spawn. So a huge play from him. Here comes Ribbro and Goku with exchanging bombs, and nothing found from both those fireworks in the sky. Roar does get swept up, but they find Marty, but they find Tress, but the trays are coming in here.
Get the res.
Yeah, they get the res, and they invest the rally, but Macroach is alone just swinging. Look at this man. Can't get anything done, but Goku has no mech here. Roars in the backline, trying to get some done with Primal Rage, but falls so weak, forced to retreat. Baji with a nicely timed Valkyrie there will put the Tacos, or the Pumas right back in this fight, and the high ground is again claimed here by Ripro, and I think they're going to take it here. I think the Pumas have got it. Oh, Goku goes for the meme remech and gets punished for it.
Marty with the bag this time. Goku really can't be going for those remix here. I mean, I guess he was trying to make some sort of hero play happen, but
it was kind of desperate time to cover just for measures.
I mean, Shadow Blue Jay onto the Sombra. They're really just trying to counter Invictus here. I hope Lampfade swaps soon because this Torb has not been able to get any value. It feels like this entire defense here as Rory's onto that Reinhardt. So gotta favor the Reinhardt right now with that Nano especially.
They nano the Reinhardt, but a big sleep from Marty, but gets woken up!
Oh my god.
It doesn't matter, but it's Maple's in the backline!
Ooh!
And here comes the Nano Blade! Finds one! And Goku is just barely flies in. Oh, and the Molten Core is thrown on the points. Goku is there too. He's existing. Yep, there he goes. I mean, I'm not really sure if the Nebula is necessary. We're up 2 already with the high noon from Maple there, but I guess you want to win that fight.
Oh, and then I catch out on Shadow Blue Jay. Oh my god, the PMAs are making it work here.
And Ripper has his bomb. Could potentially bring it back. They got to get rid of the Immortality Field, though. The bomb out from Goku, the bomb out from Ripper. Both bombs invested, but Goku plays 2!
Oh.
But they exchanged 2 right back! So it's not done just yet. Marty dies, and they fight Macro in the backline here. As Akua is just jumping around, getting so much value here. But it looks like they're forced to retreat. The PMAs are forced to back up as Goku clutches up for the team with a 2K bomb.
Oh, but Blue Jay kind of just feeds
it's over, though.
It's a nice hit.
Yeah. Winnable!
I don't know. The PMA's coming back, though. The PMA's coming back pretty fast, especially with the ball character.
Oh, Blue Jay swaps to the Torb now.
I don't know why we're really insisting on the Torbjorn here, but hey, we are. I think the Kreese was a fine pick to begin with, but guess we're really just trying to counter Invictus very, very hard here.
What do you know, Frabo? You're only 2-2 in this league. What do you know? But here comes the minefield and the Valkyrie, huge play, but the roars shatter. Finds nothing but the mines, and they get transfect as well, so Marty falls, but will it be enough as, I mean, Invictus just swinging around for free right now. They get the kill, and they get the res! Bashi! It just clutched it out for his squad, and Akua has a blade on point to get something done. And it looks like they're gonna cap here, just a slightly more time. Roar returns to the point. The time field is well timed there. Can it be enough? No, Transfer can't get it in time. They find Roar as well. So about a 1 minute 4 second advantage for the PMAs. As yeah, pretty good attack there coming up from the PMAs.
I want to say, Akua jumping over that shatter that Roar threw out. Very impressive stuff. And able to get a few kills after that as well. I mean, this is looking pretty good for the PMAs. You just have to hold for 1 minute here. And, or I guess they're attacking first. I don't remember how it works.
No, they have to defend first.
Okay, they defend first. Gotcha.
Yep.
So you just have to hold for 1 minute here. And as long as you can just put together a decent comp that doesn't kind of hard throw, you can guarantee at least that you don't lose. Coming out with the classic Invictus Ball, Ripro Diva, and Maple on that Curry, he's been performing fairly well this entire time. We're just waiting to see what Akua picks now, and I mean, what's he gonna pull out of his magical hero pool? It can be Torbjorn, it could be Doomfist, it could be Genji. I'm very excited.
Echo would not be bad here on this point. I like Faro / Echo on the defense here on.
You know, I think that's a fair analysis as well, especially when you already have that Mercy.
Mix the Genji.
not a terrible pick
No.
given how he's been performing so far, at least. And I mean, we have Soldier and Kree on the side of the Takas. That's not an amazing comp to try to counter Invictus. The Kree's very good, but I don't know about the Soldier. Gosh.
And is there like follow up for Roar's dive here with the Soldier and the Kree? Not really. Like, I mean, at least
Yeah,
Akua
he's
can
kinda-
jump in with Invictus and eat some cooldowns. Maybe if Invictus eats cooldowns first, perhaps. But I was thinking do Bashi flying very low though already.
Ooh,
Oh,
nade.
big anti-nade out from Marty. Finds 4. As Roar's in the back and gets flashed up immediately. Roar forced to retreat. I mean, Invictus is on the chase. As now he's just stuck in the back on here. Invictus gonna be able to swing through the back as Akua just swings it through, but a big slide through by Akua. Akua dies, so it's a good opening pick here as Roar has found 2. And Maple off the map. Both DPS are down. The sleep, the bash, and the flash on an Invictus. The 3-piece. Not really do much. And, you know, we were questioning the picks there out from the Tacos, but looks like they got point A here pretty decisively.
I mean, yeah, the PMAs really had to play that a little bit more together. They kind of just started going on their own, and the Tacos are just able to all turn to the one person that's in their team and kill them. So very unfortunate for the PMAs, but they're going to try to maybe go for a little bit of an earlier fight here, just to try to stop them, as Roar is already trying to go in and get a pick happen.
Roar trying to get that kill, but probably trying to build to a minefield to see if he can get it before Invictus, but Invictus has him at about a 6% advantage here. I mean, pretty big. Absolutely massive.
We are also going to see that, hopefully, the classic 12 ults in one fight type deal. As both teams are building up to pretty much every single one of their ultimates. Very excited to see how things work out in this next fight.
The slam from Roar, and there's the minefield, but it gets nothing. Here comes the high noon out from Shadow Blue Jay, but the minefield's there from Invictus! And here comes the visor up from Lampshade! And here comes the Nano Blade from Akua! They kill Lampshade in the middle of his visor! There's so much going on right now, there's so many particle effects on my screen, but Akua finds 2! The only one that matters! The Naboo's gets on to Guka and the bomb is there, but Kuku gets killed! But Bashi falls, but it looks like it's going to be a stabilization here for the Tacos, or for the PMAs, as Maple finally ends it with the last ultimate. That was 12 ults.
There we go. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I gotta give mad props to the PMAs there for using their ults faster than the Tacos use theirs, and able to get so much value out of it too. The Nano Blade, very, very fantastic. It was just able to shut down the Nano Visor. I mean, this is very, very winnable for the PMAs here. 2 minutes, 4 seconds. If you get a nice fast attack going, that's a very, like, the point that they held them at is a very, very hard point if you can get some late kills and force them to take a fight that's a little bit later in the push. So very interested to see what the PMAs decide to do here, as looks like we're going for the composition they've been running the entire time that's been yielding some success to them. And not too sure why, but the Tacos are going back to pretty much what they were running their first defense here with the Torb. We do have the Kree. I don't remember if we had that on the first defense.
They had
but
an Ash. No, they had a Kree. They'd agree, yeah. They'd agree.
All right, maybe the Tacos thinking they can probably play it better this time. Hopefully try to play around this Torb Kree, make something work. But I mean, it really was just a nano blade that broke open to them last time. So we'll see if they can hold for 2 minutes. First point for 2 minutes this time. As we got Invictus going for the nice rollout, going speedy in, trying to find his prey already.
I mean, the Torbjorn turret's an interesting spot. It will catch out Invictus perhaps if he tries to roll through like he is right now. It won't. Invictus is stuck.
Invictus is having a good time. There it is. The Torbjorn turret got it.
What was that?
Oh,
Guku beat his
died.
body to science again! That's how they opened it up last time with Guku dying!
And Bashi gets the res. This is looking amazing for the PMAs.
It's looking pretty good as Rorfall's pretty weak. Forced to reach in a big slam! Lex down 3 people. Transfix dead. Macrofall's really weak, but Akua dies. But it's just Macro up there on the high ground right now, and now Rippo's there to capitalize. And the same thing happened last time. Guku just feeds his body to science on the bus and can't do anything.
Oh, a nice flashbang.
Nice flashbang, but Macro's still in the fight here. And Guku finds Bashi, and it's not over just yet. They find 2 kills. How'd they clutch this out, perhaps? The slam is there. Guku loses the mech. The bomb out from Ripro finds nothing. Will they kill the Torbjorn? You had to use that, I think they've won this fight. They've won it. They have.
That's looking pretty bad for the PMAs. I mean,
But they'll have Nanoblade. They'll have Nanoblade.
they do have Nanoblade, but the what do you call it? The Tacos have pretty much all their ults, or are building up all their ults at the same rate. I mean, this is going to be a very interesting final fight here. Ripro coming back, and looks like we're going to start the fight up very, very soon. This turret's already down, the nano comes out, but...
And here comes the blade! The stun is there! Can they get the kills? They can't find both supports! And Maple finds 2 again! The Moncore's on the point, but I don't think they'll be able to contest in time. But you did force out every ult. So you have the bomb, you have the high noon, you have the rally for the last fight. It's winnable here for the Tacos.
This is what I was talking about too. Lampshade dying, especially that late. They're gonna have to take a very, very late fight that they don't really want to take at this odd corner. Very interested to see how this ends up working out, as the Tacos do have a few of their ults coming up very, very soon.
It'll be up to Blue Jay to find a big high noon here. Respond to Maple's 2 on the last point. And here comes an early Valkyrie out from Bashi. But here comes the high noon out from Blue Jay. First 2 Blue Jay! Oh! Midas won the series for his team! And they did! A huge play for the DPS player from the Tacos.
Wow. What an impressive ending there. Great work by Blue Jay to get 2 from that noon. Very, very close towards the end. It seemed like once the PMAs found their groove, they were going head and head against the Tacos. But yeah, just very impressive performance from them, able to recover after losing those first 2 maps. And Akua on this Genji was just a menace this entire time too. He was a very, very great pickup, sorry, in the free agency window.
Have to agree on that one. That was a very nice play coming up from them, but it's going to be a 3-1 victory here in favor of the Tacos. Now, Frabo, we have to assign an MVP this match, and who do you say? I mean, they kind of had a very overall solid performance. There wasn't like too many standout performers.
I have no idea, Booney. I am at an utter loss of who to pick for the MVP. I will give full authority on this to you because I don't want to be responsible. I have no clue who to pick, and I've come to that conclusion. I'll give you. I think Roar did a solid job throughout the entire series. I think Transflict did a solid job throughout the entire series. I think Gugu did a pretty good job, but
the Hog and the Diva.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
really lowered my stock with Gugu. The rest of them were just kind of solid players.
I think I want to give it to Transflexion today. Played the Ana, played that Baptiste into the Invictus ball and still found to work, kept the tanks alive, kept Roar up.
All
So
right.
I think I gotta
live
agree with you.
that one.
Transflexion had a very solid performance.
I can live with that.
So we'll bring him in real quick for an interview. There he is. Congratulations on the victory today. Transflexion. How's it feel?
I feel great. Thank you.
So go ahead.
I honestly didn't expect to get MVP here because I had some like really big misplays on that last map with falling down quite a bit.
Listen, I got a very nice key for you when you're playing the flex support. No one notices when you do extremely good, but no one notices when you do well, unless you're hard throwing extremely bad either. It's very rare to see it. And but to be honest, I was looking at you, and you were, especially with the immorts that you had on the first couple maps, you were doing a very very nice job, um, keeping your team up alive and really asserting how powerful that Baptiste is in the rush composition. So nice work, Bucko.
Thank you. It's funny because I think Baptiste is like my lowest win rate on ranked right now. Like I had like a 13% win rate at one point with him last season. So I don't know why they keep putting it. I don't know why they keep putting me on the Baptiste, honestly.
Actually, huge.
You're doing an amazing job on it. So
All
give
right,
yourself
so
some credit.
we gotta ask. I mean, how did you like adapt throughout the series to the Invictus Wrecking Ball? Because I mean, even though he didn't take the victory, you gotta admit, I think he kind of made your guys' life a
Yeah.
living hell. So I mean, what
that ball
was
was-
your adaptations to that one today?
I think the adaptation was just Gugu going to hog and then trying to shut him down. I think I was a bit too focused on my play to see the big picture. I was just calling out just occasionally when the ball was happening, but I think overall we had like a good team adaptation against the Invictus, and that kind of helped me not die that much.
What you got, Frabble? Yeah,
I
support
don't really
player
have
here.
anything.
Really, bro?
I mean,
Head empty.
head empty, no thoughts.
No head empty, no thoughts.
All right, I'll say something. The new pickup, Mr. Taco, Bot Taco, got swapped out for your other free agent pickup this year, Sky. So, I mean, how did it feel integrating Bot Taco into this first game of the season today?
Honestly, I think he did a pretty good job. Like he was very flexible, going from DPS to tank and then back to DPS on the last map. So I think that this first game with him is a good sign that things will go well in the future with this current team comp. It's kind of unfortunate that Simeon did not show up for this match, but we did what we could with what we had, and I think with him being as flexible as he is, he did a real good job.
All
Frabble,
right.
why don't you ask El Clasico?
Transflexion. If you couldn't give it to yourself, but had to give it to one other person on your team, who would you give the MVP of this match to?
Man, it has to go to Rory, honestly, because he was doing a lot of shot calling and like making
Nice.
big swaps and calling for like big changes. I mean, I think I think I was doing a little bit of trolling at the start of King's Row by picking the Zen. It worked out, and so they just yelled at me to go back to BAP.
Zen did work out.
Did a
think it
little
was
bit
a-
of trolling, perhaps.
A little bit of trolling.
Minuscule amount potentially.
It was honestly a head empty, no thoughts moment where I just, I'm playing the Zen now.
Well, worked out for you guys. You came out with the W today. Very nice work, and congratulations to you guys. Maybe you can keep up your streak. You got me a lot of channel points today, so I appreciate that.
Oh, always bet on the taco.
All right.
Yes.
Well, congratulations again on the win in the MVP Transflexion, and good luck on your next matches.
All right, thank you.
And that is going to be it for us here right now. I say right now because I have another game to produce and cast in about an hour. So it's going to be the Djibouti Shorts up against the London Lumberjack Slams. I believe it's going to be me and Corey on the cast. So if you want to hate your life and listen to that for 2 hours, you can sure show up and do that. Other than that, you got any closing words for us, Frabble? Any words of wisdom that you could share with us?
You know, I don't really have anything. Wisdom would definitely not be the right word if I did have any words. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the Overwatch today. I sure enjoyed casting it. Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, Hopefully everybody enjoyed the game as well. Make sure to tune in for our next match at 7 o'clock p.m. CST. Hope to see you all there. If not, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your evening.